The following program is a paid commercial announcement sponsored by America's Next Investment.
Ready to start earning consistent returns in real estate?
I'm Stephen Cope. And I'm Mark Cope with Cope Equities. We're a family-owned real estate development company based here in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. We specialize in developing residential and commercial projects from multifamily and single-family homes to retail centers. Over the years, we've returned more than $700 million to banks and investors. That's right, and investors come to us for three simple reasons. First, the fixed returns. Second, the direct control we have of the assets. And third, and most importantly, direct access to us as the principals of the company. We're hands-on developers. We own, build, and manage our own projects with our own teams internally. And our investments are backed by real estate. To learn more, visit us at investors.copedfw.com or call the number on your screen. We look forward to hearing from you and working with you soon.
Welcome to America's Next Investment. I'm your host, Blair Henley, and today we're featuring Cope Equities.
You're now watching America's Next Investment, featuring Cope Equities, a real estate development company offering active real estate investment opportunities. Stay tuned.
With decades of experience and a track record of developing residential, multifamily, and commercial projects across North Texas, Cope Equities is offering accredited investors the opportunity to participate in real estate-backed investments. Let's take a closer look. I'm here with Stephen Cope, CEO, Chairman, and co-founder of Cope Equities. Stephen, thanks for being here.
Hey, you bet. Glad to be here.
I would love to start by asking about the Cope Equities origin story. Can you tell us a little bit more about your background and how Cope Equities began?
You know, I learned from my father, and as a young child, I would follow him around to his work sites. He'd let me go onto the job sites. I'd sit there and watch him as he poured over the plans and the developments, and I always had a keen interest at a very young age to follow in his footsteps.
Wow, so if you look at the overall picture, what do you think has driven your family's success in real estate?
I think it's a passion, definitely, and a love of what we do. Also, it's accountability, and also having good team members. It's all of our team that makes us successful, and finding people that are driven like us and that can go out and make a difference in this Dallas-Fort Worth market, which we are in the #1 market in the U.S., and that's what helps our success a lot.
You clearly have an incredible foundation, so how do you describe Cope Equities today?
Here at Cope Equities, we have returned over $700 million to our investors, and we have made sure that not a penny has gone missed in earned interest on these fixed returns. And that happens by having my team be very organized and be very dedicated to the craft that they're doing. I'm here for 5 days a week. You can catch Mark or myself here, and we are running the company, and we are meeting with the employees and making sure that we are on track, on time, on budget. And that's how we can provide these consistent returns to investors, because their dollar that they put in is just as important or even more important than the dollars that I have already put into Cope Equities.
There are a lot of options here in DFW, so what kind of projects do you guys specialize in?
If you go to our website, you can see all of the projects and you can see what stage they are in. And we have a very detailed page on our website which explains the return that you'll make, when you can expect your money back, and how much you will make, because we offer returns from 8 to 13%.
That's incredible. Well, I live here in the DFW area, Stephen, and I've seen it explode, particularly over the last decade or so. What do you think makes this market so attractive?
What makes it most attractive is the economy here. There's few barriers to entry. For me to go into these secondary and tertiary markets, we've got great relationships with the cities and the city administrators, where we can go in and buy 100 to 200 acres of land and take it through the entire process, from the entitlements to the design to the engineering, the architecture, and then to see it actually built. I was in Sherman just yesterday walking our apartment site that we just completed called the Colonies Apartments in Sherman, Texas. Awesome location, right on 75, which is the lifeblood highway of DFW, and right across the street from a $35 billion expansion being done by Texas Instruments. So it's very important to note that with Cope Equities, we select sites that are in the up-and-coming markets.
Okay, let's get into the nuts and bolts. What types of problems are you solving for your investors?
Consistency is the #1 problem I think that we solve. There's so many places to invest. We tell you, hey, if you come into this project You'll be in for 36 months or 24 months. You'll make 8%, 10%, or up to 13%, depending on which investment vehicle you choose. We're building apartments, we're building townhomes, single-family homes, and strip centers, and they all pay differently because they all have different levels of risk in real estate. And so that's what is most important, is when somebody invests with Cope Equities, they're investing in real estate that is being built right now in the Metroplex that you could drive to yourself, or with me, I'll go with you, and actually touch the project and see it coming out of the ground. And that's what's so exciting about what we do here at Cope.
Let's talk fixed return investment structure. What does that look like for your clients?
Fixed return is very simple. You can make 8 to 13% on your money. We feel like we're a very safe investment because your money is backed by real estate. As an investor with Cope, you hold a deed of trust against the land. I can't sell the property until I give you your money back and until you sign a release of that deed of trust. Very simple. We have an awesome staff here at Cope that takes care of all of that. The reporting, making sure you're paid on time, updating you about the status of the project. We're just a phone call away. And I'm willing and able and ready to talk to any investor that wants to meet with myself or Mark, my brother, co-owner, about any of the projects.
Can you tell us what it means to have an investment secured by real estate?
That means that when somebody comes and invests with us, they place their money at the title company. Title company then receives a deed of trust, which is a document that we provide that says that we owe Mr. Investor X amount of dollars on that specific piece of real estate. And so that's why it's very important for them to understand that they have something that is backed by a hard asset, which is the real estate itself.
Cope Equities has an amazing track record. You mentioned repaying over $700 million to your clients. How have you managed to provide that?
We meet with every single department of ours here at Cope, and we make sure that we are on time, on track, and on budget. But we also have an investment sales team. They analyze the projects for us and they report to the investors on their specific investment. And so we know going into every single deal that we do, we already know what we're gonna make before we even start the project. And that ensures our success. We go get a market study to find out, is there housing needed here? Are there apartments? Should we build 2-bedroom or 3-bedroom? And so forth.
Yeah, so that research is very important.
Extremely. So when you as the investor come in, you're side by side with Cope as an investor in the project, as well as the bank. But here's the most important thing that the investor should know. After the bank gets paid, you get paid back. Why? Because you have that deed of trust filed against the property that protects you. I get paid after the bank and after the investor gets paid. And then once that happens, we take our funds that we make and we roll them into the next project, and we invite the investor to come along to the next development that we're doing. And they usually do so. We have about a 90% retainage rate because they are so happy with the success that they experienced in the prior project with us.
That is unbelievable, and the track record clearly stands out in today's market. Stephen, thanks so much for taking the time to break that down for us.
Thank you. And thank you to those who are taking the time to learn about Cope Equities. We invite you to contact us and to come invest in the Dallas-Fort Worth market. A great place to make a safe, solid return in real estate.
Thanks, Stephen. If you like what you're hearing, call the number on your screen or scan the QR code to request Cope Equities Investment Opportunities Package. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Earn fixed returns backed by real estate. Cope Equities has returned over $700 million to investors and lenders. With direct control of our projects and decades of experience, we offer a structured approach to real estate investing. Call now to learn more.
Ready to start earning consistent returns in real estate?
I'm Stephen Cope.
And I'm Mark Cope with Cope Equities.
We're a family-owned real estate development company based here in the Dallas-Fort Worth area.
We specialize in developing residential and commercial projects, from multifamily and single-family homes to retail centers.
Over the years, we've returned more than $700 million to banks and investors.
That's right, and investors come to us for 3 simple reasons.
First, the fixed returns.
Second, the direct control we have of the assets.
And third, and most importantly, direct access to us as the principals of the company.
We're hands-on developers. We own, build, and manage our own projects with our own teams internally.
And our investments are backed by real estate.
To learn more, visit us at investors.copedfw.com or call the number on your screen. We look forward to hearing from you and working with you soon.
You're now watching America's Next Investment, featuring Cope Equities, a real estate development company offering active real estate investment opportunities.
Welcome back. I'm joined now by Justin Bowen, Director of Marketing. And Justin, I want to start with a broad question for you. Historically, what has made your offering so attractive to investors?
I think there's two things. One, the deal, where it's a very straightforward investment opportunity. The rates are fixed. There's no complex calculation involved. It's just
Thank
a fixed
goodness
rate
for that.
return. And on top of that, the ability for investors to meet our team, the leadership, to know that they're invested in these projects right from the beginning and through the duration of the project, I think is important for investors to know. So that's how I think we make our offers look attractive.
I know you're the Director of Marketing, but a lot of what you do requires educating your investors. How do you best do that when it comes to real estate?
You know, we meet investors at where they're at. We educate them, help them understand what our investment opportunities are. But that happens pretty quickly because it's pretty straightforward and very powerful in that way. For me, the next step is they need to understand why. Why are we doing this? Why are we engaged in what we're doing? And I think Cope Equities does a great job of investing in our communities. So I think communicating that is important as well.
That's a great segue into the next question. I want to talk about branding and trust. What role do those things have in your overall growth?
So, especially with investment opportunities, trust is so critical, right? Investors have the opportunity to come and meet us and shake our hands and go out to the projects and see what's going on. And you can see the real value of what we're building here in the community instead of just snapshots or renderings and things. We have a real product, we have a real team who's real engaged. So that's, to me, what engenders trust. We have a logo, we have colors, branded colors, everything great there. But when people see those things, I want them to think and feel everything I've been talking about our team and about our leadership.
Okay, looking forward, what are you most excited about?
Might sound a little funny, but I want to be able to go to our website where all the projects are listed. And I look forward to taking us to the next level, all of us as a team going to the next level, so I can see 3 or 4 times the amount of completed projects on that website.
That's fantastic. Well, the momentum is clearly building. Justin, thanks so much.
Thank you.
To learn more, call the number on your screen or scan the QR code to discover how you can invest in real estate with Cope Equities.
Ready to start earning consistent returns in real estate?
I'm Stephen Cope. And I'm Mark Cope with Cope Equities. We're a family-owned real estate development company based here in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. We specialize in developing residential and commercial projects from multifamily and single-family homes to retail centers. Over the years, we've returned more than $700 million to banks and investors. That's right, and investors come to us for 3 simple reasons. First, the fixed returns. Second, the direct control we have of the assets. And third, and most importantly, direct access to us as the principals of the company. We're hands-on developers. We own, build, and manage our own projects with our own teams internally. And our investments are backed by real estate. To learn more, visit us at investors.copedfw.com or call the number on your screen. We look forward to hearing from you and working with you soon.
You're now watching America's Next Investment, featuring Cope Equities, a real estate development company offering active real estate investment opportunities.
Welcome back. I'm joined now by Pranav Shingala, Director of Investor Relations. And Pranav, I want to start off with a basic but very important question for you. How do investors get started with Cope Equities?
Sure, thanks, Blair. Well, at Cope Equities, it's a very relationship-based environment, and that's how we kind of start off our conversations with all the investors. At first, we start by understanding investors' goals. Every investor, when they come in, they have a very different goal. That somebody is looking at the passive real estate investment, somebody wants to just to diversify, or they are just purely looking at an alternative investment from the stock market. So first we identify that what's the main objective that they are trying to achieve by working with Cope Equities. Second, then we kind of go into the details of our North Texas development pipeline. So we talk about our multifamily apartment complexes, land developments, retail strip centers. All of the projects are outlined to them. So they have vast varieties of investment options to select from. And then third is when once they have kind of zeroed down that, okay, this is what I want to go with, then we offer all the documents, all the information to them, and they are able to do their entire due diligence process. So Blair, at the end of the day, investors want to make money, and we believe that we have the tools to help them make money in the entire process.
Sounds good to me. So Pranav, what is the typical investor profile?
Most of our investors are accredited investors. Our investors come from all walks of life. Most of the investors who come in, they are interested because they are able to choose from the retail strip centers, multifamily, land development. So we have multiple options available. The other thing that's very important is that because they have direct access to the ownership, our team, transparency in the process, most of our investors, they stay with us, they reinvest with us, and a lot of our investors are actually invested into the multiple projects simultaneously.
Pranav, in just about every area of life, communication is key. So how do you communicate with investors throughout a project?
At every level, from the start onboarding of the investor until the exit, there is a constant communication. Every time the project is kind of hitting a milestone, there is a success story, and that success story is shared with every single investor on a regular basis. That's one. Number two, that in terms of the communication, we don't expect our investors to just wait for the communication to arrive from us. We encourage them to reach out to us if and anytime they have questions, and not just to me or just the investor relations department. Feel free to reach out to Mark and Steve, the owners of the company, and they have access to them. That's number two. Number three, you as an investor in Cope Equities you are not a faceless investor who don't have a direct line with anybody. You are not one in a million. We are a very relationship oriented, and meaning that we are not structured like a REIT. So you continuously get updates on the project in terms of the milestones getting hit, what's the anticipated exit date, what's the kind of structure in terms of where the project is at, and all of that communication is absolutely, we have kind of made sure that it's going out to our investors on a regular basis.
Well, Pranav, thank you so much for taking the time to break that all down for us.
Thank you, Blair.
Call the number on your screen now to receive the Cope Equities investment package. We'll be right back.
Ready to start earning consistent returns in real estate?
I'm Stephen Cope. And I'm Mark Cope with Cope Equities. We're a family-owned real estate development company based here in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. We specialize in developing residential and commercial projects from multifamily and single-family homes to retail centers. Over the years, we've returned more than $700 million to banks and investors. That's right, and investors come to us for three simple reasons. First, the fixed returns. Second, the direct control we have of the assets. And third, and most importantly, direct access to us as the principals of the company. We're hands-on developers. We own, build, and manage our own projects with our own teams internally. And our investments are backed by real estate. To learn more, visit us at investors.copedfw.com or call the number on your screen. We look forward to hearing from you and working with you soon.
You're now watching America's Next Investment, featuring Cope Equities, a real estate development company offering active real estate investment opportunities.
Welcome back to America's Next Investment, where we now get to hear from the co-founder of Cope Equities, Mark Cope. And Mark, we had a chance to speak with Stephen, but I'd love to know more about how you're involved in day-to-day operations and how you two divide and conquer, so to speak.
Great. Well, thank you for the time. I am definitely involved every day in pushing the boulder forward. We like to joke that my role is almost like the little squirrel who runs in that cage in pushing the pace of our developments. Why? Because in real estate, that's a central part of profitability, is timely finishes, not only on budget, but on time, so that we can minimize the carrying cost of the projects.
Can you explain what vertical integration means in your business?
Vertical integration, in my opinion, is the reason that we provide safe investments for our investors. We're very unique in that we are not syndicators. We are the owner, developer, general contractor, leasing company, and even broker on many of our deals. Why does that matter? It means that we take all of those profit centers and make some profit in each of those categories, where a syndicator only has 1 or 2 profit sources typically. We have 4 or 5 or 6, so that even in a tough environment, we can shrink those profit centers but have multiple profit centers, which allows us to compete in markets where syndicators wouldn't be able to succeed.
Yes, you touched on it there. Why is direct control over those assets so important?
It's everything. Sometimes we joke that it's a boring business, right? But we show up every day, Stephen and I, as owners, and we meet directly with our directors of the company and control every aspect of the business. Sometimes our banks will ask us, well, who's the general contractor? And we'll say, us, of course. Who else would we trust with a $25 million checkbook? And so when we manage the asset and our names are on the line, nobody has a more inherent desire or interest in seeing the project succeed than we do. Same with the lease-ups.
And I know you guys have a lot of irons in the fire, so how many projects are currently in the Cope Equities pipeline?
At any given time, we run about 5 to 8 multifamily developments, which average about 200 units on a new build ground up.
Wow.
We also have anywhere from 2 to 4 residential single-family subdivisions ground up, where we pave the roads first and build the houses second, making both profit centers. We also have a retail strip center division that builds strip centers that are about 10,000 square feet. We lease those up and sell them. And of course, all of this starts with land entitlement from the very beginning, which is why we're so unique. Again, that vertical integration that protects, in my opinion, our investors' investment, because we can compete on so many levels. It makes it easier for us to succeed. But our investors need to know that with us, what differentiates us is the fixed returns. It's so simple that we joke a 7th grader could calculate it. Give us $100,000, and in 12 months, we hand you back 112. That's a 12% return, and so forth. Those returns range from about 8 to about 12 or 13%, depending on the product that the investor chooses, but they know exactly what they're going to get. We're looking for investors who want reliable, repeatable, fixed rates, and that's our unique proposition.
We know you've already returned over $700 million to your lenders and investors, but you're always looking to grow. How do you evaluate land acquisition opportunities?
We actually have a land acquisitions director, but Stephen and I personally sign off on every acquisition, because after the horizontal development, we then go vertical. And so we have to evaluate the exit at the beginning, which starts by making sure we obtain the right parcels at the right prices in the right locations. Cope especially focuses on secondary and tertiary markets, where we can go into a market and be first in and first out to a community of 5, 10, or 20,000 people that really needs our apartment complexes.
Let's look at the big picture. What gives investors confidence in your model?
Fixed, reliable, repeatable returns. And above all, they can pick up the phone 5 days a week and talk to the actual owner principals of a $500 million construction company.
Mark, you've dealt with lenders and investors, you've paid them back. What would you say to any new investors who want to come aboard?
We would say, welcome aboard, and to us, it's personal. This is a place where you can talk to the owners of a $500 million construction company on our cell phones and get repeatable, fixed, reliable returns year after year that are so simple that a 7th grader could calculate them with a little calculator. Invest $100,000 at 12%, you make $12,000 a year. Choose a 2-year investment, that's $24,000. It's as simple as that. We also have monthly, quarterly, semi-annual, and annual returns. It's all laid out on our website in very simple format at investors.copedfw.com, or call the number below.
That seems simple enough to me, Mark. Thanks so much for breaking it down in such clear, concise terms.
Thank you, Blair. We appreciate you coming in person.
Thanks, Mark. You heard it from Mark himself. Call now or scan the QR code to learn how you can invest in real estate with Cope Equities.
Real estate, fixed returns, proven track record. Cope Equities offers accredited investors real access to active real estate-backed opportunities. Call now to learn more.
Ready to start earning consistent returns in real estate?
I'm Stephen Cope.
And I'm Mark Cope with Cope Equities.
We're a family-owned real estate development company based here in the Dallas-Fort Worth area.
We specialize in developing residential and commercial projects from multifamily and single-family homes to retail centers.
Over the years, we've returned more than $700 million to banks and investors.
That's right, and investors come to us for three simple reasons.
First, the fixed returns.
Second, the direct control we have of the assets.
And third, and most importantly, direct access to us as the principals of the company.
We're hands-on developers. We own, build, and manage our own projects with our own teams internally.
And our investments are backed by real estate.
To learn more, visit us at investors.copedfw.com or call the number on your screen.
We look forward to hearing from you and working with you soon.
Cope Equities offers accredited investors access to real estate-backed opportunities with defined structures and a long-standing track record in the Dallas-Fort Worth market. As always, investors should review all offering materials and consult with their advisors before making any investment decisions. Thanks for watching America's Next Investment. My name's Blair Henley, and we'll see you next time.
Ready to start earning consistent returns in real estate?
I'm Stephen Cope.
And I'm Mark Cope with Cope Equities.
We're a family-owned real estate development company.
We specialize in developing residential and commercial projects.
Over the years, we've returned more than $700 million to banks and investors.
That's right, and investors come to us for three simple reasons.
First, the fixed returns.
Second, the direct control we have of the assets.
And third, and most importantly, direct access to us as the principals of the company.
We own, build, and manage our own projects with our own teams internally.
And our investments are backed by real estate.
To learn more, visit us at investors.copedfw.com or call the number on your screen.
The preceding program was a paid commercial announcement sponsored by America's Next Investment.